So see, I'm trying to create one simple ID, name, varchar, city, varchar. Okay. Now see, simple thing. I'm trying to create one employee table. So see, now I want, tell me it will work. It is working. Why it's not working? Tell me. Tell me
No
why it's not working.
database schema.
Database and schema not selected.
Okay, see, we should select, we need to select proper database and proper schema. Okay, see, so table has been created. Tell me how it's list of tables.
Show tables.
Go for show tables. Okay, see, show tables. Show tables. Okay, suppose I want to get only this table. How to get only this table?
Pattern
For
matching.
pattern
Like
matching. Tell me E percentage
percentage.
0. Okay, so same
0.
thing. How to fetch data by using what concept by using? Select
Select.
statement. Select star from table name. So see now how to populate the data by using DML, that is insert. This is normal syntax. And okay, see values 1 Praveen Hyderabad. Okay. Snowflake support multi inserts. You already know. So see Kumar Chennai. Okay, see. Now see record has been inserted. Now question is that what? Tell me now I want to take a backup. Tell me how to take a backup.
CTAS.
Tell me by using which concept?
CTAS.
Using CTAS concept. Okay, so what is syntax for CTAS?
Create table name, adds select star from.
Okay, see, select star from. Okay, see. Now today we're discussing what? How many ways I can able to take a backup in Snowflake. See, right now we're discussing CTAS. Syntax is that what? So see nothing but so create table name as select star from old table. Okay, this is the syntax. Okay, see. So create CTAS. Let me go back here. So before that, tell me, I want to find the DDL. How to find the DDL? How to find the DDL? Tell me.
Get DDL.
Get DDL. So those ones to make software, please. Okay, see. So select get DDL. So put table and the table name. So see, this is important lesson, important topic in Snowflake. So copy the thing, open one more session. So see, now see employee table, it contains constraints are there. Okay. Now how to take a backup by using which concept by using CTAS concept. See, so create table. What's the table name? Okay. EMP00. Okay. So CTAS as select star from table name. So see, this is the functionality. Now tell me data will be available or not? Anyone? Tell me. So by using CTAS, data will be available. It will be available. Okay, see, simple thing. Let me help you. Control enter. So see, this is the data. So by using CTAS, what we are getting? So we are getting definition. We are getting data. What about constraints? How to check constraints are popular or not? Tell me. Control C, Control V, Control Enter. Now see the same thing. Copy the same thing. Control N, Control V. So it's simple. Okay, see, we are trying to conclude the. See now what happened. What difference? Tell me. This is the main table and this is the CTAS table. What difference? Tell me. Difference is what?
Primary key.
Constraints are not populating. So see, what's the conclusion? So by using CTAS, we'll get definition plus data plus no constraints are getting populated. So see, so by right now what? By using CTAS, I am getting the definition, I am getting 2 records and I am not getting constraint. So one more way is that what? How can you take a backup? Other is the like concept. See, so right now, what's the topic? So we are having one table is there in Snowflake. I want to take a backup. So before that, tell me why we should take a backup of a table. Anyone? Generally, for what we'll take a backup? Generally,
If
Unit testing.
delete something, then in that case,
To store data.
to
so
restore time.
okay, see, so those ones makes of Ravi somebody. Okay, makes of your funds. Okay, Ravi, I guess. See, so see, point you need to understand is that what? Tell me why will take WhatsApp every day will take backup. Why? If anything happen, we can able to get back. Same thing. So backup of table for mainly for what? So data. So preservation or what mainly for testing purpose. If I want to do some testing, I should go for a data backup. Simple thing. So data preservation or for testing purpose, I take a backup. How many ways? Right now we're discussing CTAS concept. So next one concept is that what? Like concept. See, so create table name like old table. So see, this is CTAS is one concept. Similarly, we'll go for like concept. Okay, let me go back here. Now, what is syntax? Tell me. So create table, new table. What's the keyword I should use? Like is the keyword. Old table. Okay, this is the syntax. Create a new table like old table. So Control C, Control V. What's our old table? EMP 000. Okay, see EMP 0. So see and put like a keyword. Okay. Now how to see the data by using which command? By using select statement. Select star from table name. Now tell me data is there. So data is
No.
not populated. How to get the definition? Select get DDL. Okay, so table and the table name. Okay, now see what happened. Copy the same thing. So Control C, open one more session. So Control V. Now what exactly? So now try to compare. So this is in Notepad++, we can able to compare two worksheet. Tell me any difference is there? This is the main table.
No.
Is the okay? Only name is the difference. Constant operating and CC. What's the conclusion? So by using like, we'll get a definition. We'll get data is populating and no data. What about constraints? Constraints are getting populated. Okay, so got the point. See. So by using CTES, we'll get a definition, data, and no constraint. So by using like what you're getting. See, definition, no data, constraint. See, the same concept we use in the procedures. Remember the syntaxes. Okay, so this is the functionality. So sometimes what happen? I want to take only table without data. Then we should go for what concept? Go for like concept. Any other thing apart from CTAS like important concept? We're having clone. Clone is the very, very important topic. Okay, see. So what is syntax? So create table name, clone, new table. Okay, see, this is the syntax. So create a table name, clone, new table. Got the point? Now let me go back here. Now what is syntax? Tell me. Syntaxes are important. Create table, old table. New table, clone, old table. Tell me what is the syntax? What is the old table? Old table is what? EMP
Like
0. Okay, so without table, can we take a backup or no? So compulsory object should be there. Okay, see clone. See table has been created. Okay, now tell me now what happened. Now this is so far good. Okay, now how to see the data? Tell me data is available or not. See, data is available. Next thing is that what? Tell me how to get the DDL. Select get DDL. So table and the table name. So see, now copy the same thing. Open one more session, Control V. Now try to compare. Tell me any difference is there? Tell me no difference. So what's the conclusion? So by using clone, what are you getting? We are getting a definition. Okay.
Data.
Data
and
and
constraints.
constraints are getting populated. Okay, so this is high level thing. So one more time. So see, now I'm having one sales table. Now I want to take a backup. How to take a backup? By using CTAS. Pricing like or pricing clone. Okay, now out of these three things, which one is preferable and why? Any guess? I'll try to explain in detail.
Clone.
Clone. Why? What's the reason?
Because no storage process.
Okay, see, I'll explain the same thing. Now tell me in the EMP table, how many records are there? Two records are there. Tell me where exactly our data storing in my machine, huh? Tell me. Now see, we are saying like, okay, see now when you see the data, now we are getting two records are there. Now question is that what, where this two records sitting in my machine or in Excel, where exactly?
Database.
Where database, nothing but where?
Cloud
Storage area.
Storage.
In the cloud. So see
yes.
cloud. So see now what happened. Now these three topics, if you want to understand, you need to understand the concept of what? Concept of Snowflake architecture. Okay, see simple thing. So if you're able to understand which one I should prefer, so topic is linked to Snowflake architecture. How many layers are there here? Tell me any guess. Snowflake having how many architecture? How many layers are there?
Three.
So three layers are there. Okay, see, let me help you. The same thing in detail. Important, listen carefully. Okay, if you're able to understand, almost like Snowflake can be learned easily. Okay, see how many layers are there? There are totally three layers are there. Cloud service, compute service, cloud storage. One more time, let me take the screenshot. Listen a little bit carefully. See, now where is our data? See, now it is containing three layers. Cloud service, compute service, cloud storage. Three layers are there. Let me help you the same thing. Forget about all these things. Okay. Okay, let me make it to a little bit. See, I'm putting suspend status. Okay, for as of now, I'm putting suspend status. Now I'm trying to create one simple table. So create a table. So table ID number. So see what happened when we create table. See what is the status? Still in which status? Which status it still it is in?
Suspended.
Suspended.
So it's a suspended status. See the same thing. Now what happened? See, now see it's installed. Now this is what statement? Create is a DDL statement. Now question is that no, this table name, the column name, the data types, number of records, who is holding any guess? Which guy will hold? Any guess?
Metadata.
So see metas here you need to understand is that what whenever we create any table, so it will go to the first layer. In the first layer, nothing but it's a cloud service layer. So in the first layer, what exactly this metadata will hold? What is metadata? Tell me what is metadata?
Data of data.
So metadata, nothing but so data about data. Data about data, nothing but what? So this
Objects information.
okay, see object information, nothing but the name of the table, the name, number of the columns, what is the data type, data size, number of records, minimum value, maximum, this all the information is held by whom? This metadata. Metadata is sitting in which layer? In the cloud service layer. So first layer which will come into picture? The cloud service layer will come into picture. Okay, see here what happened. Suppose I am trying to create, let me help you. Suppose I'm opening one more session and I'm trying to create table. Tell me it work? No. So what happened? Compulsory now requirement is that what? When you want to create anything, what happened? You should have permissions or authentication or authorization. Who will give all these things? Which guy will try to give? Any guess? Which guy?
Admin.
Which one? Okay, this thing. Okay, see this cloud service layer only got the point. See, simple thing. So see here we discussing layers concept. So whenever if I suppose see, I am trying to log out and log in. Suppose see I'm trying to log out these sessions, sign out, and again I'm signing. Now who will come into picture? Which layer come into picture? Tell me. Which layer? The first layer. Nothing but what is the layer?
Service layer.
Cloud service layer will. So authentication, authorize, nothing but what? Whether the proper user or not, you have the access of this layer will come into picture. The access control, everything will be done by cloud services. Now I am trying to create one simple table. Now who will come into picture? Suppose I am trying to create, so Y1, select database, select schema. Now who will come into picture?
Cloud
Who will come?
service.
So cloud service. Okay, see cloud service layer. So cloud service mainly what? The authentication, authorization, and the same thing we can able to get it. Okay, so this is the functionality. So who will hold this information? Which guy? Which guy? Which guy? The metadata. Nothing but data about our database objects will be held by metadata layer. This is so far good. Now I am trying to insert one record. So insert into Y19 values. Tell me now what happened. Tell me now this record will be populated. Where exactly our data will be stored?
Data storage.
Cloud storage.
Tell me.
Data storage.
Cloud storage.
So in the storage layer. Tell me directly it will go.
No
Tell
compute
me,
service.
we require
No
some
compute.
computation power. It's not so simple thing. If I want to perform any DML operation, DRL operation, I require computation power. Nothing but the CPU, RAM to process. Now, who will give all these things? Which guy? Simple thing. See one more time. If we want to, so if you want to perform any DML, okay, or any DRL or any operations, we require what? We require computation power. Computation power by given by whom? Nothing but virtual warehouse. Virtual warehouse, nothing but it's a what? It's a cluster of machines. Machines will be there inside. Okay, see, simple thing. Now I want to insert one record in the table in this thing. Now what happened? Directly I can't go. Now who will come into picture? Which guy? Which guy will come into picture? The compute services. Compute service nothing but it's a machines. Machines will be there. If I want to process anything, we require computation power. Computation power given by whom? By the virtual. I got the point. This is so far good. Now see now right now it's in which status? It's in suspend status. Now I am trying to insert one record. Tell me now require or not this compute power? Yes or no? Yes, it requires. See,
Yes.
when you see this one, it is getting what? Started. How is getting started? If you see here what happened, if you see this auto resume, nothing but whenever perform any DML, it will get automatically resume. Suppose I suspend it. Now I try to insert second record. Tell me, does it require computation power or not? Yes or no? Require.
Yes.
It will get automatic. So sorry. Now this is so far good. Now tell me now what happened. Now where our data will storing?
Cloud service layer. Sorry,
The
cloud storage.
storage.
Cloud
See,
storage.
our data will be stored physically in the storage layer. In the form of what?
Metadata.
In the form
In the
of
form of table,
micro partitions. Micro partitions. Small information it will try to store. One more time. See now so when you try to insert what happened. So see our data should be stored physically in this storage layer in the form of micro partition. Now tell me now two records are there. Now who is holding this information, this metadata information? Now see so far two records are inserted. Now who is holding again this information?
Cloud service metadata.
Metadata. Got the point? You getting the point? So you need to understand the link up. Now see what I want to convey is that what I am trying to insert one record here. See, I'm trying to insert one record. Now our data is storing physically here. Again, what this one record information, who should store this metadata? Got the point? This is the functionality. One more time. Let me create 19 table. Now tell me now, does it require a computation power or not?
Not required.
Not required. Not required. Okay, see, not required. Now I'm trying to insert one more record. Now tell me now, first which layer come into picture? This
service layer.
service layer. Now second thing, what happened? Tell me.
It will go to the metadata. Sorry, storage layer.
So
Okay,
we
come
need
again.
compute also. We need compute layer and
Now
the
see,
storage layer.
I'm trying to create one table. Who is holding this information? So this cloud service layer metadata will come into picture. Got the point? This is so far. Now see what happened. Now I am trying to insert one record. Now who is coming into picture? Directly we will go. Now this, okay, this metadata will come into picture. This virtual warehouse will come into picture, and data will be stored physically in the cloud storage layer. Again, this information who is storing? The
Cloud service.
metadata guide.
Uh,
Got the point?
Praveen,
Hold on.
Praveen, I do have a doubt already.
Ah.
See, in storage layer, how the data is coming with the help of metadata only. Okay. So after storing the data, what is the point? Again, our data will go to the metadata.
Like how many records are there? How can I know? Suppose see there are 10. So see my data is storing. Suppose like this is one micro partition, second micro partition, third micro partition. Now we are trying to insert this record. Now who is hold this information? If you know, no, directly you can go. No. Suppose see there are 100 partitions are there. Okay. So see
So
100
for that,
partition. So for back tracing purpose, suppose like I have inserted record in the MP1. Now, if you don't know which partition our data is there, then it will search for all the 100 micro partitions. No, that's why this information should be stored by this metadata. That's all the point. Suppose right now 2 records are there. I inserted one more record. Now what happened? This need to be updated to 3 because this every information should be stored by this metadata layer, like virtual thing. Physically, data will be sitting here, but virtually this contains the information, metadata. Hope this is clear. Okay. This is so far good. This is the normal functionality. Is everything is fine. Okay. Now come to this topic. Now what's the topic we are discussing? So how many ways we can able to take a backup and which one is preferable? Okay. Now see the same thing. Now what happened? Now if you see here what happened in Snowflake, generally how many casts will be there? Any guess? How many casts will be available? How many casts? Any guess? Tell me, Snowflake is a free or real time?
fetch cost and compute cost.
So the real time, no, Snowflake will be not free. It's a 2 types of cost. Storage cost, that is the compute cost. Storage cost, nothing but what? What is storage cost? What is storage cost?
Storing the data.
Storing the data, nothing but so tables data we are trying to store. Where exactly? The micro partition in the storage layer. Okay, so storage layer. What is compute cost?
Virtual warehouses.
So see what compute cost, nothing but what this guy is working, nothing but what is processing some data, is performing DRL, DML. So this is nothing but compute services, nothing but virtual warehouse. So see 2 types of cost, storage cost and compute cost. Okay. Now tell me now what happened now. Let me go back to the same functionality. Now I'll try to create one more time this table. Listen carefully. It's a little bit confusing, but if you're able to connect all this thing, it can be easily. Okay. See sales table, ID, number. Tell me, does it require computation cost or any cost? No cost, no storage cost and no compute cost. Clear? How can you check? So we can able to check here, or if we see here in the 3 dots, okay. So see, you can click query ID. If you click query ID, see what happened? What happened? In the query details, tell me warehouse size is there? It's a blank. Nothing but what we can conclude. This DDL doesn't require any warehouse. Got the point? One more time. I am trying to create one more time the table. Now tell me now what happened. Tell me, does it require compute power? See, no need. So you need to understand DDLs doesn't require any compute cost. Clear? This is so far good. This is important. Clear? So this is so far good. Now I'm trying to insert into sales table values. Now tell me this will work. Now tell me now this statement will work. Tell me now does it require compute power or not?
It will.
It will require because what happened? My data should be stored physical in the storage layer. Got the point? See. So how to check confirm? Click on the 3 dots. We can view query profile. See, tell me. Data is there. So nothing but what? So when you perform DML, we require compute power. This is clear a little bit. So this is so far good. Now same thing, let me insert 2 more records. You need to connect the dots so that it's simple only. So see, second record, third record. Okay, see. So now see the data, select star from sales table. Now sales table. Now I want to take a backup. Tell me how many ways we can able to take a backup. Tell me. Just now discussed. 3
Clone.
ways.
3 ways.
So CTAS, go for CTAS. So create table, sales table, CTAS as select star from sales. Now see, tell me now, I make it to suspend status. Now question is that what does it require compute power or not? Any guess?
That's required.
No.
Okay, see,
Yes.
see, it's required. Okay, see, because, so see, data will, so see what happened if we see here. See, where it is. Now see, warehouse required. See, point you need to understand is that what? So when you go for CTES, what is CTES? Let me help you. Let me take the same functionality. So if you complete all this thing, you can able to conclude which one is preferable and why we should go for the same thing. Now see what happened. See, compute cost will be there. Now what happened? Tell me now, my data will be stored physically or not again?
Yes.
Yes, see. So now what type of cost will be available now again? Storage cost
Storage
will be there. Okay, so storage, because so once you're performing compute cost, nothing but what? My data is again storing physically. It's a simple thing. Go to paint. So a little bit confusing, but if you're able to understand all these things, it's a simple and see now what happened. So see, this is my table. See, EMP table. Okay, EMP table contains 100 records, 100 GB. Got the point? So this is the functionality. Got the point? So this is so far. Now what exactly now I want to take a backup. So if you see, go for CTAS, nothing but what? Tell me, nothing but again. So see, if I go for 3 times, nothing but what? Totally 300 MB storage. Then now storage cost as well as compute cost will be available. Same thing if I go for like, tell me. So see, so create table sales like is the keyword. Now tell me now what happened if you see this query profile. Now
No
tell
compute
me.
cost. No
Okay,
compute
why?
Cost.
Because no data.
No data
When there is
populated,
no
only
data, now
metadata.
what happened? No storage cost and no compute cost. Now this is clear. These 2 points. Hope this is clear. No compute cost because. So tell me now where exactly operation is performing in the metadata in the cloud layer or in
Cloud
which layer?
service layer.
Cloud service
Cloud
layer.
service layer.
So when the cloud service layer, nothing but what? So there won't be any compute cost. It will be associated. Same thing. Let me go for cloning. Very, very important concept. See, clone is the keyword. Now try to execute, see what exactly happening. So see, so table created successfully. Now tell me, does it require compute power or not? Any guess?
No, it's a new
No.
No.
Now see what exactly happening. See what happened. Query tells to nothing but what can we conclude? No compute cost. So see what exactly happening now. Let me go to the paint. Now see when you try to go for CTAS, what happened? Again storage will be there, compute cost will be there. When I go for paint, see what exactly happening. Important listen. Little bit. Okay. So employee table, 100 records, 100 GB. Okay. Assume like 100 MB. Okay. Now this is the main table. Now what exactly we are trying to do? We are trying to take a backup. See, I'm trying to take a backup, end backup. But what happened? All the 3 labels will be pointing to the same storage. See, all the 3 tables will be pointing to the same storage. Got the point? See, now earlier what happened? See, earlier separate storage, separate cost. But here what happened? All the 3 tables are pointing to the main table. Now tell me now what's the storage cost? 100 MB or 400 MB?
No.
Only
400.
100. No, not
No.
400. 400, no, then it's the same thing. No. So see, all the three tables are point to the same storage.
Okay.
What is
Yeah.
guys containing? It containing only what? Only the metadata information of what? Information of micro partition. Okay, got the point. See, actual data we are not copying, we are copying only metadata information of micro partition. But you see here what happened, what exactly we are trying to copy, the entire metadata as well as micro partition. Let me show you second image, then you can able to conclude. Simple thing, okay? Concepts is simple. Okay, we'll use regularly this topic in day-to-day things. Okay, see. Here you need to understand the layers. Okay, see. So cloud service layer, okay, virtual warehouse, storage layer. Let me take the screenshot. Tell me now where our data is storing physically in the micro partition. This information, who is storing which guy?
Metadata.
Metadata guy. Now what exactly now I am trying to take a backup. If I go for CTS, what happen? Again storage cost, again compute cost will be there. Now see, separate storage is maintaining, so and separate compute. Now storage cost as well as compute cost. So but when I go for cloning, see the cloning image. See, let me take this cloning image. Now see, we are having how many storage? One or two? Only one storage. Now
Only
this
one.
is the main table. Now what is guys holding? Only the micro partition information only. The metadata of micro partition. Actual data we are not copying. We are copying only the metadata information. Metadata where we are trying to copy in the cloud service layer. Tell me for the cloud service layer require computation power? The operations not
No.
required. Not required. See, simple thing. When you try to conclude these two images, what happened? My data is sitting here. I want to take a backup. Separate storage, separate compute cost. But when I go for zero copying, nothing but what? Data will be same. Only we are copying the metadata information of micro partition. It's a metadata operation. So that's why cloning is called as zero copy cloning. Tell me why cloning is called as zero copy cloning. Anyone?
No storage cost, no compute cost.
No storage cost plus no
No compute cost.
compute cost. So compute cost, how we can prove virtual warehouse will be? It will be blank.
Suspect.
Blank. It will not suspect. It's a blank. So
Yeah.
no need of compute warehouse. Now question is that what? Now this is fine. Now how can you prove no storage cost? Tell me. So theory wise we are saying it's correct, but how can you prove? Tell me. So this
Storage
is
met.
so.
Very
Okay,
easy.
see, we are having one information that is what? Table storage matrix. Very important thing. Select star from information schema. So this information schema contains the tables information. Okay, this is a schema. Tables is a views. If I want to get the table information, if I want to get the columns information, if I want to get the database, all the informations will be captured by whom? This guy will be capturing. Select star. Now what is the requirement? Storage. Table storage matrix. Okay, see, so limit 10. What the point of see the functionality. Now what's requirement? Tell me. Now there are multiple database are there. I want to get this database. How to get this database? How to get my database? By using select query.
Use current database.
Current database. See here table catalog nothing but it's a database. Database. Okay, and table schema. Okay, see how to get current schema, go for current schema. Okay, step by step you need to understand the function. You see, table schema. Okay, now which table? Now what happened? Now see, we are taking which table? We are talking about sales table. How to get this only sales table? Tell me.
Where table name equal to.
Okay, like we should go for like
Okay.
pattern matching concept. Okay, see, so SQL concept we need to cover it. Okay, see, and table name like, so control V percentage. See, now we're getting 4 tables should be not getting a uppercase. Sales. Okay. So 4 tables should be there. Okay, see, there's so many tables. Huh? What's the table name? Sales underscore
Clone.
TT underscore TT. See, 4 tables are there. Okay, now one more topic. Okay, see, we need to connect once we complete. Now I'll try to explain one more time. Then you can able to understand clearly. Okay. Now see here what happened. How many tables are there? Totally 4 tables are there. By seeing these 4 tables, tell me which are main tables, which are clone tables. Any guess? Any
Okay.
idea? Seeing the data. So we are data. You see the data and confirming which is the main table, is the clone table.
Sales TT clone table is the clone table, and for this one main table is sales TT.
How you're saying?
Because ID number is 06, okay, and for the if I'll go for the clone ID, clone group ID is 06.
Okay, see now point you understand. See, when ID and clone group both are same. Tell me, these are both are same.
Yes.
Both are same. So when both are same, nothing but say main table or base table. But when you go for clone, tell me what happened. Tell me.
Main table ID is copied to clone table.
No, generally like what happened. Tell me why this is main table or clone table. How can you say? Generally we should say when both are different. Tell me both are same or different. So both are different. So when both are different, nothing but say clone table. Now which one we are pointing to? Which table we are trying to pointing to the
Clone
Sales
table
underscore
point to
TT.
sales TT.
sales TT. How can you say 80906? So this is the functionality. Got the point. See, one important question. How can I say, okay, see, this is table is the main table or clone table. How can I say, tell me, when ID, clone group ID, both are same, it's a main table. When both are different, nothing but say clone table. So this table is pointing to which table? This sales TT table we are trying to point it. Got the pointer? Yes or no?
Yes.
So this is the functionality. Now tell me now what happened right now. Okay, all are contain 3 records. No. Now what happened? Tell me in the Snowflake, the storage cost will be based on this active bytes. Assume like what happened 10 MB is there. But tell me why it's showing 0. Anyone, any guess? Because there is a latency is there. What is latency meaning? Anyone? Latency meaning nothing but there is a some delay. So see, so Snowflake is saying the documentation for to update this record, there is some delay of 1.5 hour to 2 hours. Tell me after 2 hours, where our data will be having in which tables? Couple like 10 MB is the storage. Where exactly?
Storage layer.
No, that's fine. Now here no in 4 tables, which table have the storage? 10, 10, 10, where you get?
Main table.
Main table.
Main table. Only main table. Huh? What about like? Like will have 10 or 0?
0.
0.
0 because no records. No.
No record.
What
Yes.
about CTAS? 0, 10.
10.
10, 10.
So see 10. If you see this image, so separate no, we'll go for separate 10. What about clone 10 or 0?
0.
0 because what happened? So this table having same point to the same storage. Now tell me by seeing this one, what we can conclude? So cloning is also called as zero copy cloning. Why? Because no storage cost plus no compute cost. Got the pointer. So no storage cost and no compute cost. How can you say no storage cost? By using information schema dot table storage matrix. Got the pointer. So where exactly we should check? Active bytes column. Active bytes will be what? It will be 0. After what? After 2 hours. Okay. Now what is compute cost? How can you say it's no compute cost? Tell me. Where you can check in the query profile. Warehouse size will be blank, nothing but what? So no compute cost and no storage cost. Getting the point. Like this way we can able to understand. Okay, see, ask a question. So that we'll go for some intro question and we'll try to understand. Good.
Can you go to the first image, Praveen? First image, the time where we discuss. Yeah.
This one.
Yes, this one. So for copy cloning, like first data are in storage. Okay. So whenever I create any clone table, so in that case, data will go to the cloud service metadata and it will copy from there, right?
So generally what happened is all of this table information this guy is holding. So without going to here, directly we'll copy the same thing.
Okay, yeah, got it.
So see, because now when you go for CTAS, what happened? Again, data replication. For data replication require compute cost and storage cost. But
Yes.
here what happened when you go for this image, see clearly, see. So we are doing metadata operations. So this object is also pointing to this thing. It's a metadata operation. Metadata operation doesn't require any compute cost. That's what the point. Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
If you see
No,
two
actually-
images, good.
I was just see the storage layer, so I got confused. That's why. But now
Storage
I'm
nothing
clear.
but see these two are pointing to the same thing. That's
Same,
what,
yes.
Good.
Praveen, in the metadata, it will store just information, right? Not the entire data. It will store.
Like a number of records, which micro partition, minimum value, maximum value, number of this, all information will hold by this.
Yeah, okay. Not data, right?
Not data. Physically data, not physically will be sitting here. The information will be stored by this guy. This
Praveen,
good.
Praveen, exactly the computer layer when it comes, whenever we perform the
Perform
DML.
any DML or DRL. When suppose like I want to fetch data from database. Tell me it require because data is sitting here. It's a simple thing. When you want to bring the data or when you want to push the data into this cloud storage layer, we require compute cost.
Okay, Praveen,
Simple thing. When I
have a
perform, good.
So for suppose I created one table of EMP, and I have insert the hues of the data in that one. After so whenever if you do the insert, so computer layer it will be part. So after some of the days, I will be remove the drop table. So this is the DDL command. So if you perform the DDL command, then in that case also computer layer will it come?
No, computer layer don't come. Okay, so it's like DDL, no, it won't have. Okay, so there is time travel. I'll try to explain the time travel. So the time travel concept tomorrow topic link up here.
Okay, so even though if you remove the data, it should be there in storage layer. So some partitions, micro partitions, whatever.
This guy is pointing, this thing. If data is, suppose you were saying like if table is dropped, if data is
the
pointing,
reference
the data
will
should
be gone. The reference will be gone, and data it will be there in the storage layer.
It will be storage.
Right,
that's one thing. Okay, so both are independent to each other. I'll explain that question.
Okay, Praveen, one more thing. Do we have any separate session for the micro partitions or?
Just like small, like I'll try to give some content.
Just for knowing how the data will be stored in the micro partition.
Generally, they don't give the information. Like it's like 50 to 500 MB. Okay, it will be stored in the physically in the form of small chunks.
Okay.
Because no Snowflake doesn't say like how the data will be stored physically. It's like not shown physically. Now see the same thing. Now see the questions. This, if you're able to understand, simple concept, we can able to understand. Okay. Tell me what is cloning? What is cloning? Definition? No, hold.
With no cost, no compute cost, backupping the data.
So it is used to take a backup or replication or snapshot of a table or schema or entire database. Tell me how to take a schema. You can hold questions at the end. Okay. Tell me how to take a table backup. So see simple thing. What's cloning? To take a backup or replication or snapshot of a table. Okay. So how is syntax for creation of a table? Backup, create a table name, clone, old table. Okay. How to take a schema backup? Tell me, anyone? Schema.
Create schema.
Schema name. Old schema. Same thing. Okay. See, same thing. Suppose I want to take enter database backup. How to take? So create a database name. So what are the objects? It will get automatically populated. This is so far good. Okay. Next question is that what? So why cloning is called as zero copy cloning? Compulsory question with it. Tell me why cloning is called as zero copy cloning.
Because zero
compute cost,
no storage cost and no computation cost. Okay. So this is so far. Tell me. So remember, for every topic, you need to understand the definition, syntax, and use case. Tell me a current project where exactly is cloning, for what purpose you are using current company?
For the production data backup in dev, so that developer can do their operations in the dev.
Generally, you need to say two things. Either it's mainly for data preservation purpose or a data backup purpose, or second for testing purpose, because we can't able to do the testing on the prod database. Okay, if we want to, we should get the data in the lower environment and work on this case. For the point of this clear. Okay. Tell me, does cloned object will have storage?
Cloned object have storage? No.
No. Simple thing. Okay. Tell me, so this is so forward. Theory-wise. Now, how can you prove? Where exactly we should prove by using what concept? By using information schema dot table storage matrix. What's the column we should check? Column name is what?
Active bytes.
Active bytes. Okay, see in the active bytes. Okay, see active bytes. It will be 0 for what? 0 for the cloned object. This is so far good. Now, question is that what? When we make any change to the cloned object, does it get reflect the base table or not? Suppose, see, let me help you. Important lesson.
No.
Okay, we'll see the same thing. Okay, see sales table and this. Okay, see sales control C. Important. Okay, see one more. Now tell me now what happened. This is the clone table. Huh? This is the clone table. So both are having how many records? Both are having three records are there. Now what is saying? Tell me what is saying. This guy is saying. Tell me what this guy is saying. So when you make any changes to the cloned object, suppose what happened, let me insert one record, fourth record, inserts into sales table values, fourth record. Tell me now this record will be available. See right now in the sales clone table, fourth record will be available.
Yes.
Now in the main table, data will be available or not? Any guess? Why?
No.
Why?
Because the clone changes shouldn't be affected.
So because you should say both
independent.
Are okay. Suppose see vice versa. Suppose what happened? I insert a record in the main table, fifth record. Tell me this fifth record will be populated in the. So as of now, it will be populated in the sales table. Now question is that what this record will be available in the clone or not? Any guess?
No.
So see, you didn't understand what up to this particular period of time, both are having the same storage. Now, what exactly now I am trying to insert one record. So both will have, you can say both are independent to each other. Okay, see, now this is the functionality. So question is that what, when you make any change to the cloned object, does it get reflected in the base table or not? Answer is no. Why? Because both are independent to each other. When you try to perform, the changes will not reflect to the different object. Now question is that what, a new record inside the clone table. Tell me, suppose I insert a record in the clone table. Assume like what, 40. Now question is that what, does it have storage or not?
Yes, for newly inserted record.
So new record storage will be there. Now storage there, where exactly store, in which layer?
Storage layer.
In the form of what?
Metadata.
New micropartition, not metadata, micropartition. No.
Okay.
A new metadata will be stored for everything. They'll be storing. But what happened? Where data will be stored physically? In the storage layer, in the form of new micropartition. See this image. You can able to conclude. If you're able to understand the concept, simple. See now what happened. See now I am trying to insert a record. Now tell me for table A, how many partitions for storage cost? How many partitions? P1, P2, P3, 3 partition. For table B, how many storage will be there? Storage cost?
P4, only one.
Only P4. Now tell me, so with the help of cloning, what's the advantage? No storage cost and no compute cost. Tell me, this is important feature. This is the important feature. What? So this is the functionality. Let me go back to the same thing. Okay. Can you perform DML operations on the clone table, sir? Simple thing. Tell me, can you perform DML operations clone tables, sir?
Yes.
No. Yes. How will impact original tables?
It won't impact.
It won't impact original tables.
Original tables. Okay. Somebody asked a question. Suppose now I dropped the main table. Is there any impact on the cloned object?
No.
Because there is separate storage. No, so both will be pointing the same thing. Now, if table is dropped, nothing but this object will be pointed to will be removed. But this object is pointed now. So there is no impact. If you drop the original table also, there won't have any impact because both are independent to each other. Got the point?
Yes.
This is the functional. So you need to connect simple dots. You can able to get it. Now your task is that what? So you should create a table with primary key, not null concept. Insert 5 records. Tell me now how many ways I can able to take a backup? 3 tests, like and clone. Tell me, we need to wait for 2 hours. Why should wait for 2 hours? Because
Latency.
because latency. So for which column?
Active byte.
Active bytes column. Now tell me now, okay, suppose I'm having one table. That's a main table or clone table. How can you say?
With the
Based on the ID.
ID and
ID
clone.
and
Actually.
When both are same, nothing but say main table. When
table.
both are different, nothing but say cloned
Clone.
table.
Clone
Okay.
table.
Now question is that what? So see now, after 2 hours, where the data will be populated for the main for the C test like our clone?
Clone.
Where clone?
Clone.
Not clone. No.
Not clone in
Different.
C
Which
test.
clone?
and
1 hour
live.
session. 1
Only
hour
C
session.
test, not like only
Only C test, no C test. Okay, only C test on the main table because no, that's what the point. No, if you see this image, what happened? So you need to connect all the dots. Okay, see, so this is the syntax.
Praveen,
Hold,
just
hold
open
on,
that
hold
one.
on, hold on 1 second. Let me complete. You can once hold on, like after completing, you can ask the question. See, now see this image. Now what happened? So employee clone C test like. Now tell me now what happened after 2 hours? What happened? So data will be put in the main table as well as C test table. What about clone like 0? Why? Because 0 like for like why 0? Because no data. Why clone 0? Tell me.
no storage cost.
No storage, no, because it's a metadata operation. Okay, see the data is we are copying all the Snowflake is copying all the metadata information of micro partition. Ask a question. Somebody, Lakshmi, someone. Somebody is asking.
Can you open that one?
Which one?
This one.
This one,
That clone one and main table.
This one,
something.
This
Not
one,
this one. That output.
Which one? This one,
No. That main
The table,
clone.
Praveen, you took the screenshot from the Snowflake, right?
This one,
No. Output is there, na same main table and ID and group ID.
This one,
Metrics information.
This one, matrix, table storage matrix. This one,
Yeah. The ID and group ID is the same, right? That is the main, and clone is there, na?
Clone is different.
Clone different is the like
Clone.
Before you did like ID and cloned up in cross IDs.
See what happened. No. See here what happened. See, if you see this one, so see 16388 163. So this is the main table. 14391 14391. So 3274 3274. These are main tables or base table. When I go for clone C 32776, so these are different tables. But what happened? Tell me, there are 3 tables are there. Which table it's pointing? Not this table, the main table. It's pointing to the main table. Okay, that's why it's a 0 copy clone, 0 records, 0 bytes are there.
Okay.
So by seeing these IDs, we can able to say which is the main table and which is the clone table. But I want to check which table it's getting pointing to. This is pointing to the main table. So that's why it's a 0 copy cloning, no storage cost and no compute cost. Got the point? This is the functional. Okay. So see same thing. Now see this question, one more question. So in DevDB, having 170 tables added. Okay, how to get list of tables? List of tables?
Show tables.
Show tables. Instead of show tables, now what happened? They want to get which is a base table, is the clone table. Now we should go for what's the view? Just now discussed. What's the view? Information schema dot table storage matrix. Now tell me now when is a base table is a clone table? Anyone? When ID? No, when is a main table? When ID and the clone group both are same. Now I want to handle the conditions. Tell me how to handle conditions in SQL. Conditional SQL. Conditional. Case statement. Now how to do additions based on which concept? Aggregate function. See, this can be done with the help of case and aggregate functions. So see, when ID equal to clone group ID, case when ID not equal to clone group ID. Okay. Tell me how to find table is normal or cloned table?
ID and group ID.
Where exactly we should check? In the information schema dot table storage matrix, we should check. Okay. Just tell me, does cloning uses warehouse or not?
No.
No. How can you prove?
Data active byte.
Active byte.
No. Don't get confused. Cloning, warehouse.
Query
That
Oh,
is
profile.
for
query profile.
and the query profile, warehouse will be what? Warehouse size will be
Blank.
blank. Okay.
Blank.
Tell me, is this cloning occupy storage?
No.
No. Okay. How can you prove?
Active bytes.
Active byte will be 0.
Where? You need to give
Information
complete
schema
answer.
dot-
Okay, see, you
Yeah.
should give complete. So active bytes, where exactly I should search? You should say in the information schema, there is a one view. What's that view? Table storage matrix, where active bytes will be 0 for cloned object. So in interest, no, we should give complete answer. So don't give active bytes. We should say what? In the information schema, it's a one metadata schema, where exactly in the table storage matrix, it's a view where their active bytes will be 0 for the cloned object. Got the point? Tell me, got the point? So can you clone the clone table again?
Yes.
Okay, see now I have cloned this table. Okay. See, I have cloned this table. Can I clone one more time? So clone the clone table. So we can able to clone the clone table. Okay. But question is that what? Tell me. So this table will be pointing to this table, or this table, or this table, or this table, or this one. Tell me. Any guess? Tell me. So this sales take cloning will be pointing to this cloned object, or the main object.
This
Anyone?
will point to the main
point
object.
to the main object. Unless you see the same thing. So see TT clone, all the things will be pointing to which one?
Main object.
Main object. See all the three things. Okay, all the three objects will be pointed. So you need to understand what? So we can able to clone the clone table again, but it will be pointed to the main table only. That's what the functional got. Okay, see, this is